the way that they start detaching from this essence of like, what you're really trying to do with people is bring them back to this like
Bro,
1990s
so look at
realm,
this. So like, this is made of silicon, the second most abundant material in the world besides oxygen. This is a leech of your time, but the computer and being online is not a leech of your time. Being online and being on the internet, back in the 90s and early 2000s, you used to go into a room to sit on the computer.
Yeah.
And it was like a sacred time with the door shut, and
it's like a
it.
computer lab, like back in early elementary school where you
Yeah, but having this on you all the time, it's like a leech.
No, for
like
sure.
It's on you and it, listen to me, bing, 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 vibrate, all this shit, and it's like, yo, it's supposed to enhance my life because, bro, we've taken anti-reflective material and created the infinite reflection of consciousness infinitely through the internet and through phones, and we should take that as a sacred creation.
No, 1,000%.
Not a creation that we use all the time, but a sacred ritual you do for specific reasons.
But what about this boundary between, like, no matter what, like we're in a day and an age where people are gonna be on their phones no matter what. Like, there's no really stopping this anymore. It's like something that is. So this is kind of like where I'm coming to terms with, even talking about your space and telling people about this. It's like, I completely understand where you're coming from and like the whole goal of what you want to do. But like how, if this is something that's already kind of infected society in a way?
No,
like
I'm not talking it down, but if I paid to have you come to nature, I think presence, giving gifts, and being present with someone is very important to the human condition. And we've been conditioned to be on our phones and be thinking about whatever's going on there or happened before or this or that or all the things. When I'm here with you now, I'm not always going to be right here in front of you. This is a sacred time between you and I. And for you to then be like, oh, let me pull out my phone and then like
get your number, your Instagram.
Bro, I can look at that later. All that stuff is saved forever. Like I can go look at saved things forever. Tonight, when I'm by myself in my room on my computer, I don't need to do it. And so, even
just thinking of the memory. Of
me and Rocco have a shared mutual, John, where John, he taught me, like, when we go in the studio, no phone. Like, he like yelled at me. I've never been yelled at by a grown man where I was like, he's like, bro, if you want to be in music and you want to make music, like, no phone. Like, this is sacred time for music and for friends and for collaboration. And if your consciousness is up in the Wi-Fi router, you're not going to get anything done.
1,000%.
That's good.
No, 1,000%.
You have to be all in.
But there is definitely like a balance in my opinion.
No, but the all in is the balance is computer time, having a sacred space
1,000%.
in a room and say, all right, I'm going to go and sit on the computer, crisscross applesauce, and I'm going to have different things set up that benefit my mental health, my emotional health, my physical health, and my creativity.
No, I am on the same page with you. The only thing that I'm talking about that's different is almost promoting this on, and it's not telling people where this is, it's not telling people everything about it, but it's showing people this is a real thing. And how old are you?
27.
27. You're a 27-year-old with like pure power, and the power comes within yourself because you believe that you can do whatever you want to do, and no matter what, you're gonna do it, So more so the question for me is like how, like, would you ever be okay with like, people outside of the retreat, outside of the community, like showing like how special this is.
Yeah,
That's more so.
Of course.
Yeah.
I want people to be free to do whatever you want and use the things that you feel called to do.
No.
As long as it's tasteful. What my goal is to use the computer and silicon, the most anti-reflective, most abundant thing in the Earth's crust besides oxygen. We've taken that. God has allowed us to take dirt and turn it into phones and computers, dude. We've taken dirt. This is dirt and minerals. How the fuck does this shit work, bro?
It's crazy.
And it's a miracle. And it's a black mirror, cool. Black mirror, cool.
But the amount of evolution we've had in the last 100 years.
God didn't let us do that for no reason.
Exactly. And I've been thinking about that so much recently.
But why? And God wants us to use this to help raise the consciousness and understanding of oneness, because you have a phone, I have a phone, we all have an iPhone, maybe it's an iAndroid or whatever.
Everyone.
You have one. And that's why I think phones are so cool. Is like, Bro, I've been in remote villages where people don't have shoes, but they got phones.
And it's crazy because even from like Nolan today, for example, like losing his passport, like the same feeling that we get from losing a phone, like an
A heart
object,
attack.
It's like a heart attack, which is like, you know, it shouldn't be like that. And I see where you're coming from of like just being with
Checking
yourself.
no, but listen, checking your bank account.
Dude,
Heart attack.
I know.
Even if you have money in it.
I know.
There's
I know.
no amount of
Well, I do that.
anything-
I do that once a
like,
day.
oh shit, I
I
said
do
that.
that
Oh,
once a
ooh.
day. I look at my Chase bank account
And have an anxiety
and
attack
I'm
for
like,
5
and I'm like,
seconds or
okay,
1 second.
what? It's
For no
no,
reason.
for sure, for no reason.
Like it's like from like
But
past
for-
inner childhood trauma.
But
or,
for
like-
me, like the reason is, you know, I wanna inspire, like, you know, people like us to just keep being people like us,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and to
well, be free.
to take to be free and to take
But,
the
no, but
opportunity.
but listen, if you're a spiritual being, or you're someone that's connected to God, or an angel, say,
Yeah.
that understands all angles of different dimensions, they are free. They fly. They fly. They go around. They fly. And if you want to bring heaven to earth, that's what you got to do. Is you got to fly, and that's why we get airplanes and we come to Tokyo, dude. That's why we go to like different places in the world. We fly. Bro, they used to say we're gonna have fucking flying cars in the future, dude. We've had flying cars since the 70s or the 50s, 60s commercially. It's called
It's
airplanes.
airplanes, yeah.
Airplanes are cars. They just drive on a tarmac and they fly in the air. It's a bus. It's a flying bus. Like,
It's a subway.
yeah, flying subway. You're chilling. Depending on how wealthy you are, it could be a nice bedroom too, whatever.
Seriously.
But it's like, yo, we have the ability to live in this space and time where we have infinite connection to information and consciousness, and also we can fly in the air to places that used to take months to get to.
But
Are
what
you out of your
the
mind?
sad part about that is
There's nothing sad about it.
No, there's nothing
People aren't
sad.
doing it.
But the sad part about the whole experience is like, it comes with money. You know, if you have money, you can do this, this, and this. And if you don't, you can't do this, this, and this. And I think that's like inspiring from my perspective of you saying like you want to fly people out to your space. And, you know, like that's really fucking special.
Wait, new question. Why are we in the age of making a brand? Why is the brand the evolution of the old idea of business, and how does it connect to personal spiritual identity, and why is it the new capital currency of the digital age?
Well, having a brand is the oldest form of currency, like that people sell. So I stay on this pirate ship, old cruise ship, in Bangkok, and every morning at 3:30 in the morning, these people come out and they sell all these gold branded plates. They're gold and they have different faces on it. All people that have died. So a brand is actually a legacy, like a universe that you leave behind.
A legacy.
It's also a stamp.
It's a stamp. It's your but it's also your thumbprint. It's your face.
the brand you put on a cattle.
Yeah. But sometimes they do the same one because they're like, oh, they're all part of one farm. We all have a unique face with a unique thumbprint. And so a brand is the same thing. Like when you put a thumbprint down, what's the difference between you putting ink on and then putting that on the paper?
It's like the same
That's a
way.
brand
It's
too.
the same way people wear Supreme and all this stuff because like it makes you feel like you're a part of a community. And it's
Yeah.
like, for me, a brand is like like I can see someone in Japan wearing my hoodie right now, and I know that we'll be friends.
Make you
you
amazing
know?
feeling.
It's a DNA. That's what it is. Like
We want to create as humans. We've always want to create our
Because
own
brand-
clothes,
yeah.
create our own.
But it
we
attracts
are.
people that are like to you, that think the same.
But
and
because the question was, why are we in this age where it's like so important to build a brand? I think that has been for a really long time. When I visit some of these older civilizations in America, it's just now becoming prevalent that like, oh, like being like Elvis is a brand. You know, he's from this 50s and 60s. B.B. King, all these guys were brands. Everyone, oh, you're a fan of
No,
him?
for sure, it's a
like you wear an
brand, yeah.
Elvis shirt, you went to that concert.
Yeah, it's a brand.
Like,
But also, why is it seeming like it's switching away from big corporate brand identities to like the personal brand? Like it's a new 20. It's 20 years.
Because being a brand owner is the basic definition in today's world of being a rock star. It's like everyone, if you're a successful brand owner, it's like being a successful rock star. You know, people are pushing away from like even I see it like them being music and doing the music, and it's turning into fashion designers are the new rock stars. I heard that quote the other day. And it's really on the source of
But
creating
also-
a brand, a movement.
Also, though, like, that's why I encourage you to travel more and go to places like Thailand that live in the Mayan calendar, and like learn their history because they've been around for a really long time. China's been around.
I
for
think this
very,
is
very-
why this
But,
like
but people have had individual, like their houses have been their warehouse, like here that you have, and their clothes that they make are fashion that grandma made. Like that's been going on forever.
yeah.
Grandma made me this, and I love grandma, so I'm wearing this. It's like grandma has a brand, and I'm wearing it around with pride. So it's like, yo, that's been around forever. Yo, I make you a painting with berries and with my hands, and it's only no one else will make anything like this on the rock that looks exactly like this. This is a unique thing that I give to you, and now you have in your cave in the corner, and you can only see it at night because it's dark in there, but you got a fire going. Like it's like, yo, brands have been around, so it's not like why do we? We're just in the world of commerce and brand and trading.
no, it's
and
money.
exchanging.
It's all about
But my thing is, I love
in
trading.
general.
Like I have a cool brand with a cool thing, and you have a cool brand with a cool thing.
But it's not
that's-
about money. For
no,
us,
but it's about
you know?
trading where it's like, yo, you're like, yo, I want to give you one of my jackets.
Yes.
That's friends and family, and I'm like, yo, maybe one day I'm like, yo, here's my new pants that
That's
came
how
out. that are fire.
community and that's how but like going back onto the
Uh-huh.
question, like it really is about especially from like TikTok and Instagram, and I've seen it since I created brand 5 years ago, and it was really before all this shit skyrocketed. Like everyone wanted to create a brand. Right now, it's because of money. Like people, and we're gonna see all the brands that have been made in the last 2 years, and they'll disappear.
But there's no creativity in
There's
saying,
no-
I want to
exactly.
make money. That's not a
It's-
unique idea. Like, I want to make this brand because I want to make money. Like, I made Human because I want to bring people from the west to the east and the east to the west. And
Fuck yeah, it's
like,
exactly why I created Mind Liquid, is to bring people together, and it's not about creating a transactional experience. It's creating
But also, I scream at my friends sometimes because they're like, yo, I want to raise money and do this. I yell at them. I go, what are the profits for? I'm super into etymology. I say, what are the profits for? Because you're going to throw fits. You're going to be a pro at throwing fits on whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are the profits for? If you do have a successful brand and you have extra money, are you Jeff Bezos?
the
and own
right way
Amazon?
is to keep growing it.
No, but keep growing it. But also, how are you growing it? Are you growing your community and being of service? Are you selling goods of service? Or are you being good of service to your
That's
customers?
it. Good.
Your community. I don't even want to call them customers.
No, yeah,
I mean,
it's-
maybe
it's-
the customly connected to you, but
Maybe they're people that bought it, but they're people that associate with your vision, and they're people that associate with
they're part of the
the
community.
idea.
Also, belonging is your longing is a desire, but also when you belong, it's not being short. When you belong, it's like a longevity, a sense of identity and longevity with the group. So brand is actually a place of solace. It's like it serves you by having a home as a group.
Such an interesting conversation. If we really like.
Well, I
really
stopped-
just keep
I
diving
stopped saying that I need things too, because I'll be like, oh, I need that Coke, or I need that. I want it, but also the etymology of want is I am one with it. I want. And with the T, I want. Cross.
I start
Yeah,
saying.
I want it. I don't need it.
When I see
I
something,
want it.
when I see something I want now, I say I'm gonna have this.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I will have
But
this.
this is
And
the thing I was
full-
telling you though when we were first talking. When you think something is possessed by you, you get possessed by it. So like, bro, I only have 5 different outfits and a small thing, and if I lost all of that, I don't care.
For sure.
I would have a new outfits, and I don't have an apartment, I don't have a home,
I
but I
think-
always have an apartment, and I always have a home.
I think that kind of relates with if you want it, you're gonna have it. You know, it doesn't matter when it comes.
Or how.
Or how. If I lost everything tomorrow, it would suck.
Yeah.
You know, no questions asked. It would suck. But like, I've gotten this far with I started this with nothing. You know, I remember when I first started Mind Liquid, like my brand, like my parents have never supported. They fully supported me in my dreams. But, you know, they weren't in a place to support me financially. You know. I remember when I first started my brand, I was reselling clothes before, and I sold like the first Supreme t-shirt, like my first FTP jacket, and my first
My homie
Supreme.
makes all FTP,
That's
so-
awesome. He has that. So I sold my like this FTP anorak jacket. I remember the pieces like just yesterday, you know. And it was like 4 pieces, and I gave him. It was before my brand was even a thing. It was when I had before the Instagram was created. I just had like 5 different shirts, and I made 20 DTG prints of each shirt. It had their great t-shirts, and
Grandma's in the house. Watch your mouth. Grandma's in the house. Watch your mouth. See, grandma's in the house. Watch your mouth. She said, get the fuck up. Get the fuck
車
up.
内混み合いましてご迷惑をおかけしております。祝い
Is that right? You can't say no to grandma. Grandma's run the world, though. They quiet, but they run the world.
Can't fuck with grandma.
Yeah. No, we gotta love them though. They're nurturing.
That's the generation before us.
Yeah, they're the ancestors. My brother, grandpa don't give a fuck. Grandpa does. Grandpa will be like, yo, you eating good? You taking care of yourself? Grandpa's just chilling, smoking a cigarette in the back, drinking a beer.
Grandma's like, make sure you do this, make sure you do this,
But also give you the most like loving things about you. Like they tell you how beautiful and
I
amazing
love
you
like
are.
even when I was looking for Noel's passport, all of them were just giving me hugs, you know, just like hugging me, really hugging me. I
That
was like,
serotonin be
I was
hitting.
like, wow, I was like, that's so beautiful. But what I was just saying earlier is like when I first started my brand, you know, I sold these 4 pieces of clothing to this kid, and I gave him like 2 extra T-shirts, like for my and I wrote a note. I'll never forget the note. It was like, thank you so much for. It was he sent me he was gonna send me $800.
But no,
you
these
know,
came
and
out.
yeah, I was gonna use the $800 to start my brand, to make my first cut-and-sewn project. And this was someone I knew from a cousin.
I knew.
And-
I once knew.
Yeah, I once did. And he completely scammed me.
And all his clothes are brand new now.
And I remember, his name is Vigo. I know his Instagram.
There's
too.
only 3 of those in the world.
So this man scammed me. And I just remember feeling that heartbreak of like, you know, $800, like how much money that was, you know, like it was
Nothing.
I know it's, and at the time,
Yeah.
to a young person, like that is everything. That's how you create your brand.
That's
We're
dinner
talking
now, though,
about
boy.
brand- Yeah, it's dead ass. So and it's so interesting to see like the level of like, you know, money, the concept of money, and all of this should change.
Think
over
about it.
the years.
Look at this. Hold my Krispy Kreme for a second. If you look at $1, look, talk about brands. Homeboy's got his own brand that we use for the money, dude. Look, he got his own brand with the design. Got the whole, like, bro, it's fire though. And I trade you. This means something. This means something. I'll buy these donuts with that. With his face.
You know, it's the real concept of a brand.
It's been going on for centuries. It's
So I love
since the beginning of
that. I
time.
love that connection. Like everything is a brand.
Yeah,
you know, the subway that we're riding in is a brand.
Yeah,
you know,
Subway
it's
Eat Fresh, baby.
It's a signal of trust as well.
Yeah, it
You
is.
trust that shit, please. Or sorry, the Krispy Kreme.
I know it's gonna.
Ship
I know
is
it's gonna
what
taste
Texas-
good and it's gonna
Just like
feel bad in my
just
stomach
like the
every
airplane
time.
we took here.
Yeah, you trust the brand of that. You trust that airplane's gonna get you there safe.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of that.
We just took a flying
for
car.
another
We
time.
just took a flying car for 12 hours. And expecting
I was in a flying bus, subway, and I time traveled to the future. It's 16 hours now ahead of, or like 20 hours ahead of where I was at some point. Like what?
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's why I love the weekends here because it's like, yo, like Monday here, it's Sunday over there. So like I'd be chilling because everyone would be closed on Sunday. It's my Chick-fil-A or whatever. That's why Ye be out here too. He like don't give a fuck. Everyone's just chilling, clean, quiet. Eat your donuts and shut up. make your music.
Eat your donuts and shut up. Just go do you. You know?
Shout out Jay Dilla Donuts.
Create a movement. You know, it's a place to create a movement.
For real,
you know?
for
I
real.
think this is like when I first.
Well, Nintendo 64, dude. Nintendo 64, Sony, PlayStation, bro. We've been using Japanese products since we were kids.
I had a psychic like 4 years ago.
A sidekick?
Yeah, psychic.
Like
no,
the-
it's not
the
a sidekick.
cellular
Like a someone who
お
just
降りのお
reads you.
客様をお通しください。
And
That was a Motorola sidekick.
yeah, so she didn't know
Teched out.
she didn't know anyone in my family, so you know. But she walked up to
For what
me.
you know.
一人でも多く
From
のお
what I
客様ご乗車
Yeah,
い
she's
た
an
だき
oracle.
ますよう
Yeah,
お
but
問い合わせ
she
の
came
上
up
で
to
ご
me
乗車
and
く
she
ださい
just started
ご迷惑
spinning
ご迷惑
facts.
を
Cool
おかけして
aura.
おります
Cool, like no, she in Laguna. She just came up to me and she said, "I have a message for you." And she said, "When you go overseas," and first of all she hit like, "You are a divine
お荷物
creator.
と体を強
And
くお引きくだ
you're
さい
gonna change the world around you through clothing, through community." That's what she said to me.
How long ago was this?
This is 5 years ago.
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago. And the one thing that always stuck with me that she said is the power that, like, you know, when I go international for the first time as an adult, it is going to absolutely change my life and shift everything. Shift all, you know.
Here you are, day one.
No, day one, and it's been like this whole day. I felt like this power of like. I've always believed anything is possible, and I know that's why I'm where I am today. Is because anything is possible, and I'll make anything work, no matter what, as long as it sticks to my intention, you know, and I have fun doing it, you know. But it's like there's all these little signals, even like meeting you today, like we're met, like all these dots. You know, being with Rocco, you know, like being with Rocco and Nolan, and you know, I live with Nolan. I've always wanted to live with Nolan, and you know, we're doing that, and just being involved in this like super group. You know, that's just so powerful. It's so inspiring.
That's what, but humanity is the whole super group, you know?
Yeah.
That's what's so beautiful
It's
about
so
it.
yeah.
It's like we all Avengers, but some of us are more realized, but we all were Spider-Man and Batman when we were younger. But you know what Mom never did? It was like, I love you, Batman. That side of you that is Batman, the Dark Knight.
You know, my
to do with
mom
the stuff.
showed me the most love with all of that stuff.
Really?
You know, she made me feel like I was that Spider-Man. I could do anything.
Yeah, I love dogs. My mom turned me into a dog. I was eating fruit snacks out of a bowl. I had socks around my ears like this because I was obsessed with dogs so much. Just like, all right, you a dog, you barking? Like, I'm gonna make you a dog. I stopped doing it after that. It's weird. I'm like 3. And then 9/11 happened, and I watched that. That was fun. Okay. My first memory in life was being a dog, and then 9/11, in that order. Whoa. I was 4. I was born in 1997.
Wow, that's packed in here.
Sardines, let's go, gang gang.
What a great like conversation.
It's a fire podcast.
We're doing like a subway. Yeah, it's like that subway New York City shit, but
Yeah.
in Tokyo, realistically.
Well, yo, Jay, so much left to you, bro. I'm
Hey, we got a
proud
lot
of
more to
you
do.
And what you're doing. It's so nice to like really just meet you. And
I'd pray and
I
bow,
just
but
I just feel inspired, bro. Like I'm so excited.
get inspired and light that fire, man.
Yeah, the
Creativity.
fire's been lit. It's about keeping it fueled.
But there's different colored fires, man.
Yeah,
different
purple.
flames.
You know, it's getting
Purple
it's getting a
flame,
little
Saint
hotter.
Germain.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
The blue is coming out in the
That's the
fire
part.
right now.
Yeah, the
so.
blue, yellow, green, all that. Time machines, musical time machines, shot at radio.
Stay tuned for more. Live from Tokyo. It's Saturday night.